Yo, Elliott.
What's up, guys? Today we got a question from our friend Dan Nakamura. And his question is essentially, how do I feel about the way the system is built? Essentially the economic system and all of its, he's really focusing on the negative aspects of it, although he's doing a pretty good job winning in it. Let me describe. So the thing is, he says, I believe that the system is so damn corrupt. Got 1% of the so-called elite families and companies that are ruling the world and thinking only about themselves, right? So you got these greedy people who are, he calls them big pharma, doing crazy shit. Companies buying water to control us, chemtrails, banks, vaccines, GMO, Monsanto, etc. He can go on. So all the negative, bad shit that he's focused on. And he says the thing is, if I stay and live in this system, I'm basically feeding a system that I don't believe in. He says that I have a non-job and I'm an alternative therapist. And I have time for myself and my kids and earn much more than the average person here. And I work a lot less. I'm grateful for all this. So you're grateful for the system. However, I can't stop feeling that I'm feeding this system by paying taxes, Social Security, debts. And I see the system as an unjust one. Many people are struggling, and obviously I would love to change this if I could. Any advice? What do you think about living off the grid, creating an independent, self-sustaining community, or starting a big revolution, so on and so forth? So Dan, you and I are kind of swimming in the same river there, buddy, because we both have animosity towards something that has blessed us well. The system is not perfect at all. But it is a system, and it's a system by which you and I have both seen increase in life. We were able to take advantage of the technology that's available during this particular day and age. We've been able to take advantage of the economic machinery that allows us to receive monetary or currency. Right? I love that word currency because it means the movement of stuff, right? When something's in a current, it's moving. Electricity's in a current, that means it's moving. If there is a current in the ocean, that means it's moving. Currency is like the movement of life force, right? So we call it money. You can call it dollars, euros, whatever the title it's given. It's currency. It's an energy. Currency is not really a thing. It's a movement. But anyway, point is, you and I are able to dive into the river of this currency where we can be swept away and we can offer our good things and have good things come back to us, but underneath the currency there's muck at the bottom of the river. And like with everything in life in general, nothing is all 100% good. Nothing is all 100% bad. Nothing is ever 100% or whole in any way, shape, or form. Everything is in flux and balancing itself out, both daytime, nighttime, up, down, systole, diastole, inhale, exhale, male, female. Wherever you look, God and nature is doing this thing. Right? You're watching me through this camera, which is a series of on and off switches, right? 1 0, 1 0, 1 0, right? All the digital stuff that we participate in. So that's the first thing I'd like to offer you, is to recognize that there never is and there never will be a good without a bad. It's our attachment to what we think, really it's the ego's attachment, right? Because the ego is a conglomerate of stories we've been told and stories that we tell ourselves about what is good and what is bad, right? And it's really the ego's attachment to what we think is preferable at the particular moment. When I say moment, I mean in time, right? Because we've been doing this for a long, long time, right? This story with regard to civilization is as old as Cain and Abel, right? So that's a principle. That's something that is just, you've got to realize that even if you go off the grid and you start your own backpacking, snacking on berries and nuts civilization, you're gonna have fucking problems too. The problems might be worse because it didn't take several generations to kind of to fine tune it and figure out how we can manipulate the thing to get us all to one particular place, which is what this new world order is. Right? We talk about that 1% of people and those who make the money, those who own the money, as if they're evil. But then too, there's also the good side. Of course, there are those who suffer under the weight of this system. But hey, your kids are fed, right? How do you like that? You got the internet, right? How do you like that? You got warm clothes to wear. When it's cold, you can turn on the heat. When it's hot, you can turn on the AC. You got cold beverages in your refrigerator, right? All kinds of shit that's really comfortable, cozy, lovely, magical even. Because you got some evil guys at the top spilling currency into a system that grows heavy on the backs of some people and destroys the earth, right? So really, it's a matter of taking a step back, and I often think this way. It's a matter of taking a step back from our particular place in time and looking at the evolution of mankind as a whole, from the larger God perspective, if you will. Meaning that just because things look a particular way right now doesn't mean that this is the end. Really, there is no end. It cycles, right? There was a time when Africa was the land of kings. Gold. Now Africa is the land of war and terrorism. Right? There was a time when various aspects of this planet were good, and sometimes they're bad. Sometimes the bad places are good, and sometimes the good places are bad. We had matriarchy. Now we have patriarchy. You had the barter system, and now you have currency. With the barter system, you have all types of negatives also, right? Because if you want a new car and all you got is cattle, and the guy that owns the car don't want no cattle, you're fucked. You got to find somebody who wants your cattle so that you can get something that the guy that has a car wants so that you can buy it. So the solution, right, as if there is one, is to do the best you can, being the strongest version of yourself and empowering or inspiring others the way you feel fit this day and this time, so that you can create a world to come back to several generations from now that's a bit better than the one you're in right now. Previous generations thought they were doing the best that they could to create what we have right now. We could be grateful for it and try to do a better job by being the best that we can and empowering other people, or we could be resentful towards it. And being resentful towards it only builds more of what you put out there. If you're resentful, you put out more more fear, more frustration, more anger. Everything that you do is going to come from that frequency. And you're going to come back to a world. When I say come back, I dig the idea of reincarnation. I kind of dig the idea that this thing is just happening this way, and we really don't go anywhere when we die. We just kind of come back again, play our karma out, if you will. Come back to a world that is perhaps a bit better than the one that you left because you made a decision to make it a better world. Pick up garbage, see small things. The other thing is we want to do big things. We want to do gigantic things like revolutions, right? Revolutions happen when revolution's supposed to happen. I wouldn't go tinkering around with trying to make a revolution happen. Start small, like cleaning up, right? How simple is that? Just cleaning up shit. When you see garbage, just pick it up. That's a simple one. Make the world a cleaner place by picking up garbage, right? But it's too simple for us. We want to do grand things, right? What are other simple things that we could do to make this a better world? Smile at someone, right? You want to make this a better world. You're upset with the system. Then you go around scowling, having an upset, nasty face about it. Maybe just smile at someone, You're so upset about the money, well then maybe give some of it away to someone. Right? Buy someone a nice gift. Buy a stranger a gift. Donate some of that money to a cause that you believe in. Donate it to the neighbor The neighbor, because his car broke down. Give him some of the evil money. He'll be happy as fuck to have that evil money so that he can fix his car. Love is currency also. The physical currency that we do to exchange material goods is just a medium by which we get through this, we get along in this material world, right? The physical world. But love is currency also, because it's something that you can share, and then when it's shared, it can be shared on with more people. So that's it, man. Don't be too upset. Try to put yourself into the frequency of love rather than the frequency of fear. Try to look at the things that you do love and be grateful for. Say a prayer tonight. Say thank you. Thank you for this fucking system that has given me the opportunity to have clean water. Right? You got clean water. You got roads. You don't have somebody banging on your door demanding your children because of your debts, right? You're upset about your debts. You know there was a time when we were so devolved that someone would come for your child if you owe them money? Now you just get a bad score. It's pretty fucking cozy. I like it. Focus on the things you love. Share love. Stop being so upset. Done.
Elliott said, what?